Hi guys, welcome back to my XVS guide. Now I'm gonna review Dethroned Heroine Ashe. So she is another mage, so let's compare her to Angel of Death Kuja and Wildcard Ace. And if you take a look from her stats, I must say, wow, it's pretty good, okay? Because she reached 300% through double hand, and like you can see that she can reach 250% magic boost, but that's only achievable if you equip sword, okay? But do not to worry if you don't have good magic sword. Simply maybe equip road, because you still get 200% magic boost. But the drawback is if you equip road, then wow, your trust mastery word only gives you 30% magic. And yes, you may say, and then simply do not need to equip her Trust Mastery Word. Yes, you can do that, but remember, her Trust Mastery Word activate her Trust ability, and one of the Trust ability gives her 100% through double hand. Okay, so unless you want to miss that 100% through double hand, then you gonna stuck with that Trust Mastery Word. Okay, kinda annoying. And for defense spirit, she has descent, okay, 80% defense and spirit boost and 40% health. Another annoying thing here is if you equip light or heavy shield, Ashe can get insane amount of boost, okay? She can get 150% magic. So just imagine this, if she equips sword and shield, wow, she has 400% magic boost max at the beginning, okay? But again, don't think about that, because yes, by equipping that, sure, you get max magic stats, but that means you cannot get benefit from, let's say, through double hand or through dual wield magic, and you will lose lots of magic stats, okay? So yes, annoying, I must say, kinda strange stats design, I must say. And she has bird and aqua killer, so pay attention that 150% quite high, okay? And I think that's all, okay? That's it, nothing special from her passive, okay? Those things are good. I must say her stats is okay, but what about her abilities? She able to use thunder, wind, fire, and non-elemental. So 3 elements, not bad like your normal mage, okay? But definitely better than Kuja in terms of how many elements you can use. She also able to chain with Chaos Wave Awaken and Bolting Strike, but the strongest one is Bolting Strike. Her Chaos Wave Awaken, I can say it is not that bad, but actually it's kind of bad, okay? Because remember, she is a true double hand character, okay? That means she doesn't have true dual wield boost like +6 times change damage modifier. And like you can see, her Chaos Wave Awakening move, Mist type, it only deals 31 times per cast. So it is not high by any means. Okay, so simply use Bolting Strike. Okay, because Bolting Strike is her strongest, and what you see on this table are not her strongest move, okay? Her strongest move, lock behind setup. I will talk about that later. But other than attacking, he able to provoke one ally. So he can give, she can give one ally provoke stats. So this is good if you bring 100% dodge character. So let's say you have Seeker of Freedom 1 as your breaker and finisher, then she can provoke Van. And like you know that on my Van review video, one of hardest thing gearing Van is to make him into have descent attack, 100% visual evasion, and draw attack. But with this provoke spell, you don't need to worry about 100% innate provoke Van. You can simply focus on descent attack stats and 100% dodge. Quite useful if you want to build party like that. And she also able to give your party 5000 barrier through her cooldown. So I must say decent, as if you need, when you need to hold against threshold attack or something like that. The unique thing is she has 90% magic mitigation and 65 general mitigation. So I must say this one may be useful. These two, because two abilities. These two may be useful when there is an enemy who able to counter your attack and ignore cover. For example, Behemoth. Okay, like you know that Behemoth counter every attack you deal to him, but yes, I know it is not magic damage, but something like that. Okay, now let's talk about the rotation. So the rotation, I must say it is simple but also annoying at the same time. You don't need to remember a lot of sequences, but I really complain about setup like this, okay? Because what's the purpose, okay? Why you cannot simply tap same skill for 3 times? Why you need to tap this skill with correct order? I find that annoying, but that's just for me, okay? So on the first turn, you're gonna use Grand Spark and Magna Spark times 2. So Grand Spark is for Imperil, 100% if I'm not mistaken, yes. And Magna Spark, okay? So she doesn't have cooldown ability on the first turn, so it's kind of unique for her, I must say. Her cooldown starts from the second turn. Thunder's Echo. So this is for increasing damage modifier. Again, quite annoying because this only lasts for 2 turns if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so yes. On the second action, you need to use Miss Spark Charge. So this is another setup. Wow, annoying. And on the third attack, you're gonna use Magna Spark. Magna Spark gives you 5 LB per cast. So this 5 LB per cast is very useful on the third turn when you need to use your strongest attacks: Northwind Glow, Heaven's Wrath, Maelstrom Bolt. Okay, because these abilities use 5 LB per cast and your MP. What? Kind of annoying. Okay, so that's it. Not simple. Not complicated, right? Yes, I know, but I find this annoying, like I said. On the 4 to 5 turns, you can simply switch to another element because remember she also has wind and fire. So basically what you need is to activate using your mist and unlock the other elements. But let's say the enemy resists against wind and fire, then you need to stick with thunder. In that case, simply spam Magna Spark. And I think this is more reasonable, okay? Because remember, unless you have 2 Dethroned Heroine Ashe at the same time, then I think it's better to stick with that Magna Spark, because another strong bolting strike chainer, let's say Ram, Ace, they can imbue themselves with an element for bolting strike, but remember that they attach the element to their attacks, so it is not easy for them to change the elements. So I think it's simply to use one element, okay? But that's just how I play. Kinda lazy, I know, but yes, I simply point it for you. Her LB, I must say, wow, it is purely trash. It is not useful at all. You don't need the auto cast LB on the next turn, because if you use Magna Spark, you gonna feel 5 LB per cast. So you have enough LB to cast your Northwind Glow, Heaven's Wrath, and Maelstrom Bolt. And the Imperils, you can also get Imperil from the lock abilities, so you don't need this. The damage is also kind of lame, so yes, just ignore this limit burst. Okay, so enough about abilities. Now let's talk about partner. So for partner, she need bolting strike chainer, who is also a triple cast, and from what I remember, there are only 2, Ace and Ram. So yes, those 2 are pretty good, but really guys, if you have those 2, wow, don't pull for Ace. Ashe, Okay, and like I said, she is very good when paired with Van because she can make him into Provoker. Remember that the Provoke lasts for 3 turns, so you don't need to cast it that often. But sure, it will reduce her offensive power a little bit because she needs to sacrifice 1 action to cast that Provoke. And for recent trial, of course, she is good on Chocobo trial because she has 150% bird killers, but I think it's better to use AoE attack against Chocobo. Okay, but yes, I simply pointed for you against other trials. She is perfectly normal with nothing disadvantage or any advantage. Okay, against, yeah, basically that's it. Okay, you can use her against Behemoth as long as you're able to get her up, but yeah, good luck. So enough about partner and recent trial, let's talk about equipment. For equipment, she is simple but also quite a little bit hard if you want to max her. So simple is because she already reached 300% through double hand, so you don't need to worry about that. Hard because if you want to really take advantage of her Trust Mastery word, you need to equip either sword either sword or dagger. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, those belong to STMR territory. Okay, unless you have let's say her STMR or Benevolent Beauty Ram, stick with Road. Okay, and please do not make her into true dual wield because you probably have a little hard time to reach 200% true dual wield, and she doesn't have that +6 time change damage modifier, so just let her become true double hand mage even when it is kinda stuck, because true double hand mage doesn't have any advantage. Okay, they don't get higher damage modifier, they cannot take advantage from 2 items enhancement effect, so yes, whatever. So my conclusion for Ashe, well, what do you expect me to say? She is just another mage, and if you really need a mage, please pull Kuja, not her. Okay, basically her advantage over Kuja is only she has one more element, and that's it. Kuja still deals better damage, except maybe when you fight Bird and Aqua. Okay, so yes, just another mage, not a bad mage, but really for bolting strike, I still prefer Ace and Benevolent Beauty Ram because they are flexible. Oh my god, I'm tired to say this on my every review video for a mage. Gumi, please release Neo Vision soon. Okay, tired to reviewing mage every week. Okay, for Trustmaster and STMR, wow, they are also niche. Okay, and horrible. Actually, not horrible. Okay, if you're able to max your, if you have, let's say, STMR, dagger, and sword, then her Trust Mastery word is one of the best in slot for mage because that means you get 70% magic and 40% health. That's insane for one slot. Okay, yeah, it can be good, but also bad at the same time. And for her STMR, why do you want to get magical sword when you don't need to equip sword? When you don't have to equip sword, okay? There are many better road out there, and Swords Magician is kind of rare. From what I can remember, it is only her and Magitech Terra. So good luck. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Pro X Views Guide. Bye bye guys.